Okay, there we go. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about this latest video that that Rev made today concerning about him not wanting to be a bum no more and wanting to actually work. And I got a few things I want to say about that myself, since I see a lot of other people are talking about it. I'm a little distracted here because my cat is refusing to stay in the other room and she wants to stay in here with me. So I'm a little distracted by that. But I definitely got a thing or two I want to say about this video that he made today. And since I know they watch, and since I know that they're watching this, Shanny, you know I'm going to take a couple of stabs at you. But Rev, I'm going to give you some practical advice, my friend, because I believe a little bit of acting was going on there when you made your video. A little bit, not a lot. A little bit, not a lot. But let's actually get into this. I have a video. I went on the Losers Club because I wanted to screen share their channel and I wanted to show everybody the video. But naturally, you know how they do. They deleted the video, taking away any proof that the video actually belonged to them or whatever. So you know what I did? I put it on the StreamYard here, and I'm going to replay the video for everybody to see it if you have not seen it yet. And we'll get to the nitty gritty of it afterwards. So as a matter of fact, should I show people that video first? Because I got other stuff here prepared. But you want to know what? Yeah, let's take a look at the red video first. So let me cut my camera off. We're going to take a look at this in a minute.
Pete's, actually. Because I feel exactly like Pete's. When I get on this stupid fucking thing and I start looking for jobs, number one, my anxiety goes to about 750,000 miles per hour immediately. Like just doing a search for like remote work from home makes me want to fucking die. There's something mentally wrong with me, and I really mean this, and I need help. What kind of loser just starts shaking like a leaf and some fucking moron shaking like a leaf just to look up jobs? There's something wrong with me. So I've been looking for remote stuff, right? And the ones that the ones I'm pulling up, it says 1 year mandatory experience. You need 1 year experience, 1 year experience. I need an entry level customer service job. That's what I want. You know what I mean? I want an entry level customer service job. Is that so much to fucking ask? You know? Can't curse on here, I forgot. Being a janitor, it's interesting you said that because I felt that way. I was thinking about that a little while ago. Go find a janitor job. McDonald's, I don't want to work at fucking McDonald's, man. A call center would be perfect. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to keep looking, I guess. I feel really... I hate myself. Do you understand that? I actually hate myself. How do you get past that? How do you get past hating yourself and not having I didn't learn any of this shit, guys.
Hey, you want to know what's trending on Twitter right now?
What's trending on Twitter?
Jesus is coming soon.
That's wonderful.
So good news.
Yeah, Jesus is coming soon is trending on Twitter. I don't know, dude. Whatever. I'm really extremely just frustrated. Because I'm sick of living like a goddamn bum. I don't want to be a bum. Period. But it's like everything is a deal for me. I need help, dude. I need mental help. And I could just keep saying this all day, every day, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. Now I'm expected to step up. I'm supposed to be getting a fucking job, and I don't know what the fuck to do. Okay? It's like people say, just go to McDonald's. Just do that. Just do that. Fine, yeah, maybe I will. And I'll fucking walk to McDonald's to work. How about that? That's what everybody would want to see, is me being like that. So yeah, that's cool. Maybe that's what I'll do. Cause I'm just I'm done with living like this. I'm done. So something's got to change. So the way to change it is, yeah, just do what everybody else does because maybe you'll like it, right? Yeah, maybe you'll like it. Just go get a job at McDonald's and see if you like it. Just go to Walmart and get a job at Walmart and stock shelves or something and see if you like it. That's right. That's what every normal person that had a normal parent that forced them to go out and get a job, not like me though. That isn't what happened with me. That's what should have happened with me. I should have been forced to go and get a goddamn job because it's now severely affecting everything about my life. I'm an idiot, guys. I'm stupid. Um, I have no adult skills. Yeah, none. Force yourself now. Yeah, I probably should. Because I can't do this anymore. I can't live this way anymore.
Now that I have your attention, Mr. Egroff, it's time to have more adult conversation here because you need to know more about the reality of life. But before we get to that, hello everybody that is actually watching this. I see Draven, I see Rizla, I see Sabella watching, David Anthony's watching, Brat is watching, The Intruder is watching, Nick Bravo is watching, Sophia Best, Girl Zen, Mr. Unite for the Chill Wind Mofo is watching. Poor Hilder. Okay. Poor Hilder is watching. And everybody else is watching. Thank you for coming over here to watch this right now. But if you don't mind, I just want to just focus on Mr. Egroff here for a moment, if you guys don't mind. So anyway, Rev, I see that you paid attention to that video about you not loving a shanty because you refused to get a job to provide for your family. There's a scripture that your haters on YouTube keeps pointing up that I even ignored because I didn't think it necessarily. Well, actually, I can't say that. I kind of agree with them, even though I was kind of mad at them. But the scripture is that a man who does not provide for his own family is worse than an unbeliever or worse than an infidel. That's in 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Now the reality is starting to hit you that you've been giving Shani a lot of lip service that you love her. You've been giving her a lot of lip service, and you're starting to think about what this love has to look like, which is going to be sacrifice. And that's something that you're going to have to keep doing for the rest of your life. You sacrifice your entire inheritance or for idiotic, stupid decisions when you was in Boulder, Colorado. Idiotically stupid decisions. Okay? I'm not going to say giving me a house was stupid because you was helping me. But I am going to say this, though. I don't know how a person goes through. Like one time I got $30,000 because one of my relatives passed away. And I was younger and I was dumb. And it took about a year and a half for me to go through that. Actually, about 2 years for me to fully go through it. And I was young and dumb. I don't get how you went through 700,000 in 2 years. People say it was 3 years. You went through that in 2 years, if it was even that. 2 years. And I'm starting not from when your parents died. I'm talking about from the time that you made it known on YouTube that you inherited money or whatever. Because some of us kind of knew that you had a little money in the 80s or whatever. But not the extent of it. But when you got involved with Shani, every little thing that happened in your life was put on YouTube, even when you were a wet brain dude. So let's get into this here a minute, man. Because typically when we love our women, we want to make sure that they're comfortable, that they're well fed, they have good, clean clothes on their back, especially if they can't work themselves, or so they say. And we'll get to Shani soon. We want to make sure that they are in the best possible position as possible, especially if you're living with each other. If you're not, and you were to see somebody that you were madly in love with suffering, you would do what you would have to do to be able to help them. I understand this. Your haters understand this. Your naysayers understand this. The children across the street understand this. You're just now starting to understand this now. You got that woman you're living with. I'm being nice here. People need to be patient. You got that woman that you're living with, and she's very concerned about where she's going to be laying her head. She's concerned about the food that she's going to be eating. She's concerned about all these different things. And the only way she's going to feel like she's got some security, it isn't believing on Jesus Christ, because we know she don't trust in him. It isn't trusting in the word of God, because we know that she doesn't believe any of that either. It's because you need to go out and you need to go make some money. You need to go make some money. See, if you don't go make no money, then she's going to suffer. And everyone out there is going to question the love that you have for Shanny. So you made this YouTube video here, and you're frustrated that you now have to deal with reality, and you have to get a job. And you even went so far to blame your dead mother for not raising you correctly, apparently. Rev, this has nothing to do with your mother, although she probably should have made you get a job, right? But this had nothing to do with her. This has to do with you and the condition that you have. You do have something wrong with you, my friend. There's definitely something wrong with you. I will give you that. And I prepared something here for you to make sure that you understand what your problem is. And before everybody starts saying, oh boy, G-Man's about to chill out, relax. Okay. Just let me do my thing here. All right. The Bible says this is your problem, my friend. No, it's not just me saying that you're in sin or whatever. No. I wish that was the case. See, the first one I had up here was this. You suffer from an acute case of laziness. Okay. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Proverbs verse 4. You know the Bible that you say you believe. So everybody, you believe in the principles of, you believe in the principles of God. I need to hold the Bible because the leather feels so good. Believe in the principles of God. There's another one here, Rev, and it's in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24. It says, diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. See, if you continue the route you're going, you and Shanny are going to be slaves. I promise you. You're both going to be economic slaves if you continue to go the way you're going. But you're kind of actually experiencing that now with your experience here on social media. But let's continue with this anyways. Let's go on with this thought experiment. See, you don't suffer from anything mentally. You suffer from gullibility, believing the stuff that comes out of that woman's mouth and not doing the things that men do. See, you're a little bit too old, my friend, to be spending all day playing video games. You're a little bit too old to be sitting around eating peanut butter all day. And by the way, Rev, I got something for you. See, if me and you were still friends, I would give you 10 of these. I would give you 10 of these, some multivitamins, some clothes. But you don't want this. You like begging for cookies, dude. I'll never understand that. I'll never ever understand that. Got peanut butter right here for you, dude. A whole jar of it. Got a whole bag of it right here with medicine and food. All this good stuff for you, dude. That's not what you want. You want to beg for cookies from a woman you don't love. Because if I was in love the way you claimed you was in love, oh, McDonald's is a small little thing to ask to be able to keep the person that you love. But since everybody watching me right now knows you don't love her, you're not going to do it. You even said it on the camera. I'm not working at no McDonald's. I want to do entry level customer service. And then I heard you say that you'd be willing to do telemarketing. Since I've done both, Rev, listen to me, dude. I think you better take a look at McDonald's and probably flip burgers. I think you better do that, dude, because you can't even handle a little bit of criticism. I don't know what you're going to do when you do customer service and someone tells you no and you have a quota to meet. Yeah, people are going to tell you no. People are going to tell you your service is terrible. They're going to tell you you're terrible, that your service suck. And they don't want nothing to do with it. And you're going to have to man up and go to the next person and do a sales pitch to them. That's life, my friend. Especially if you want a paycheck. So your problem is, Rev, is that you want everything given to you. You don't want to earn anything. See, you don't have any idea. And Shanny, I'm going to talk to you for a little bit. This guy's going to be very angry at you when he understands the value of $1 because he truly doesn't know it. He doesn't know how hard I got to work and how hard everybody that's watching me got to work to make $1. And then on top of that, to receive a paycheck and have all of these tax deductions taken out of your check for Social Security, for Medicare, for all these different things. After you bust your rump, all of these deductions, and then this is your gross. You don't know what we got to go through, dude. You really don't know what we got to go through. You don't know what it's like to do customer service and have somebody throw water on you and you just got to take it because the customer is always right. You don't know what it's like to take verbal abuse from a boss that you don't like. You don't know what that's like. You don't know what it's like to get paid by the hour to just shh and do your job. You don't know what that's like, dude, but you're about to find out. I feel sorry for you, Shannon, when this guy finds out just how much money he really had at the end of the day, because I don't think he really understands how long it would take the average person to make what he had. Some people don't make that in a lifetime. I'm sorry. But you're just now understanding that you got to work. You're starting to understand that Shanny lied to you, that you're not this big time YouTuber and you're going to get all these subscribers and people are going to be throwing money at you and you're going to make all this ad revenue. I wish it was that easy. A lot of us wish it was that easy. And honestly, considering the disgusting reaction channels that you keep talking about, if that was the case and it was going to be that easy, these guys would be multimillionaires of all of the live viewers they have that are watching them. Like, Shanny, how hard do you think TJ had to work before he was worth what he's worth? Foodie Beauty understands that you have to put X amount of time into this, and you can't just talk to people any way you want on here in order to get ad revenue. So, Jason, are you starting to understand that you got played yet, man? Like, are you really understanding this yet? Because the more you wake up and the more you begin to understand this, dude, the madder and angrier you're going to get at Shanny. Don't get mad at your mother because she didn't force you to work. Don't get mad at the YouTubers because they keep making jokes about you. Because if you can make jokes about other YouTubers, right, please understand they can do the same thing to you. Don't get mad at them. You get mad at you for being so lazy. Dude, you don't like picking up a broom. You don't like picking up a mop. All you want to literally do every single day is run errands for your insecure woman who can't sit home and actually be alone long enough for you to go out and make money. That's all you want to do. And play Donkey Kong. Dun, 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 dun. Or Mario Brothers or whatever. Or what is that? Magic the Gathering and things like that. You want to play like you're a little baby or whatever, dude, forgetting that you're claiming to be a man. And we men, we got to hold the fort down, dude. We got to go out there and we got to make money. We got to bring bread home. We got to bring the bread home. Nobody wants to hear your excuses no more, dude. And if you're going to get on YouTube and beg for money, you're going to get what they give you. If they want to give you $1, that's all you're going to get. If they give you 4 pennies, that's all you're going to get. If they give you criticism and name calling, that's all you're going to get because you refuse to work. You got these 2 choices here, dude. You can work or you can be a lazy piece of garbage and live like a bum, which you're going to continue to do because you refuse to work anywhere. McDonald's right now, for example, is hiring people in some places. I believe in Scranton, they're offering people $15 an hour to work at McDonald's. In some places, they're giving people $20 an hour, depending on the position that you get and how many hours you're going to get that day. Rev, you have no idea how bad some people wish, especially in this earth, how many people wish they can work for that kind of money. I've heard you and she ain't talk about how y'all want to go to Jamaica. No, you don't. No, you don't. Unless you want to make $50, $60 a week in Jamaican currency. You don't know how bad it is over there, dude. But if you want your self-respect back and you want to stop living like a bum, you need to stop making excuses. You see, you keep talking about the kind of job that you want, right? You keep talking about how you have a mental illness and you can't work. Rep, I'm going to mention 2 jobs that you can get right now that has nothing to do with your mentality whatsoever, okay? Have you ever heard of a security guard before? You know what they do? A lot of times, they just stand there for 8 hours straight. They just stand there. Sometimes they have to open the door for somebody. Fill out some paperwork. But that's pretty much their job, to watch things because it's security. Now, they probably won't hire you because you're kind of scrawny, but I've seen it happen before. But you could be a security guard. You could just stand there. Even Shanny can do that too. Shanny can just stand there. Sometimes they have chairs there and you can sit down too. But Shanny's so lazy, she don't even want to do that, right? We'll get to Shanny in a minute, though. Rev, the other job is you can work in the Scranton factory, picking up boxes. Bend your knees, pick up a box, put it somewhere. Bend your knees, pick up a box, put it somewhere. Or you can actually pack boxes too. They have a whole bunch of, from what I can gather, they have a whole bunch of tip agencies out there. And all you got to do is make the boxes and people put the things inside the boxes. You'd be like an assembly person or whatever. It's a hard day's work. You'll make a paycheck and you'll feel good about yourself. You didn't have to come on YouTube and beg for it. Then you have to learn how to budget, and you got to understand that you got to pay rent, utilities, and you got to do all that stuff, and you got to be a responsible adult. Yeah, you got to stop playing video games all day. You got to be on the internet all the time. You're not internet celebrities like you guys claim you are. You honestly thought that if you hit your face that you guys are going to get 125,000 subscribers. Now that you hit 1,000, and by the way, congratulations, Shanny, for hitting 1,000 subscribers. That means you're monetized. That means the first time you get on here and you violate TOS, all of them people that you're constantly cussing out and saying all this terrible stuff about, Shanny, they're going to report you behind. So I suggest you follow TOS, and you might be able to make a couple of pennies here and there. Because YouTube has changed, Shanny. You just can't come on here and just say whatever you want anymore. But Rev, I want to show you something. You probably don't remember this, but your woman is a liar concerning this issue of work. Did you know that she said that when that money was going to be gone, that she would get a job? How many of you noticed that she just magically started going through all this pain when the money went away? Because she knows she was going to be held accountable to this. I'm going to show everybody the video that I'm talking about here. By the way, Shanny, from what I understand, this is the anniversary of when your mom passed away, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Is that true, guys? Real quick in the live chat, is this the anniversary of her mom passing away? Anybody? Anybody in the live chat? Is this the anniversary of Shanny's mom passing away? Because I think Drader made a video saying that this is the anniversary. Oh, she can't monetize this. They'll kick her. Okay. Yeah, she'll try it. She'll probably use a different name or something. But anyway, I got a video here that's on Fat Courtney Love's channel. You guys have probably seen this a million times, but I'm surprised nobody played this one today. Nobody played it today, but I'm going to. And I'm going to remind everybody what this cocky, conceited, arrogant, narcissistic woman said she was going to do if all his money was gone. So I'm going to cut my camera off and I'm going to do a screen share. We're going to watch that. So let's get to it.
I mean, you don't have to put proof or evidence on it. You just say it out of your fucking mind and actually believe it. So let's go on your view. What happens if the money runs dry? I do what any other fucking adult does. I go to work. I go to work and I earn my money like any other fucking adult. This happens. Am I going to leave Jason? No, absolutely not. There's no reason for me to leave him. Why? He has no money? Why would I leave him? What, you think that's all Jason's to offer me is just money?
Directly out of her own mouth that she said that she would go to work and she would get a job like any other adult would. But around the time when that money went away, you saw what happened. She started complaining about pain all the time. She has the same attitude that Jason has. Her attitude is that somebody needs to take care of her. So I'm pretty sure after Shanny saw my video, Shanny showed him the video, because me and Shanny do share the same idea that this man needs to be working, especially if he's going to call himself the man and saying that that's his girl and all this other stuff and whatnot. And I think he's also afraid that somebody with some money is going to come along and take her away. That's why he doesn't want to be a bum no more. But I also believe he's making the video so he can make an excuse to say he can't find a job, so he can continue to beg and say, well, at least I tried looking, guys. So can you try to help me out with $35 so I can get high tonight? That's what I'm expecting them to do. I'm expecting him to make a bunch of excuses on why he couldn't find anything. But guys, there are temp agencies that will hire him tomorrow with little to no skill whatsoever. They will train him that day. And if he can just follow orders or follow instructions, then he'll be fine and he'll be able to get a job then. He'll be able to get a job then. But the fact of the matter is, neither one of them want to work. And Rev, you're going to be worse than a bum, dude. You're going to be a slave in the United States of America, because you refuse to get off your behind. You and Shanny have gotten on YouTube and lied 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 about what you two are willing to do. Rev, I was too lazy to find the video, but I believe it's on Fat Courtney Love's channel too, where you claimed that you can use a cash register, that you knew math. I can look for the video and find it right now if I want. That's what you claimed. You claimed that you knew how to use a register and you know how to do math. That means you know how to use a cash register, dude. That means that you could be a cashier. You can deliver newspapers, Rev. It's not a lot of money, but how difficult do you think it is to get newspapers, throw it on someone's porch, drive to the next house, put the newspaper on the porch? Like, how difficult do you think that is? Your problem is not work. Your problem is not being able to think mentally. Your problem, dude, is that you are lazy. So I'm going to try to help you out a little bit, dude, and try to help you get a couple of habits that's going to help you get into a routine where you can learn how to work a little bit. First and foremost, and this is meant to be funny a little bit, and I guess insult you a little bit, but you know how you sit there and you run errands for Shanny? You can do that by delivering papers or whatever. But first thing you need to do is you need to develop some good habits. It's something your mommy and your daddy never told you before. Habit number one, Rev, is that you can learn how to get up earlier in the morning. Learn how to, instead of getting up at 9, 10, and 11 o'clock in the morning, learn how to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Consistently every day. Get a routine. Learn how to sweep the floor, learn how to mop the floor, learn how to do dishes, and do this on a regular basis. That way, when you go to work, it won't feel so weird. Okay? So you'll learn how to get up earlier. Develop good habits. Number 3, sir, you need to learn how to follow instructions. If someone tells you to walk to the left, walk to the left. Someone tells you to walk to the right, you walk to the right. You don't walk in the middle because your name is Jason William Ecroft and you can do whatever you want. If they are paying you, you do what you're told. Remember that job you turned down? Dude, all you had to do was walk from whatever job you would be doing. Most of the time, it would probably be electrical work. And just go to the van, grab a screwdriver, walk back to him, and give it to him. When he's done with it, bring it back to the van. It's called being a helper. You would have made $11 an hour. And it would have been up to you whether or not you wanted him to tax it all the time. But nope, you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it. Because you were too busy. You was addicted to your video games. You know, I've heard some people on here talk about how, and which is true because I've seen it with my own two eyes. How and Chris talked about this, I talked about this, and you talked about it on your channel too a little bit too. You admitted this in your frustrations, where you can't even go nowhere without her calling you all the time. Dude, let me show you something here. This is my cell phone here. Even when I'm working, my cell phone rings. But you want to know something? There's a feature on here called on and off. You cut your phone off and you focus on your work or the task that you are doing. You don't got to always answer the phone when she calls you, dude. We talked about this. Rev, you want to see the results of lazy people? What I want you to do is I want you to go to actually Scranton's really a bad place to go. Go to Wilkes-Barre and go to the poorest section in Wilkes-Barre, and then look at all the people sleeping on the street. Because that is your future if you don't change your attitude, dude. That is your future. I don't owe you nothing. The people that are watching me right now don't owe you anything. The people that are watching you don't owe you anything. Nobody owes you nothing. You have a responsibility as a man to provide for your family. You do understand that the love of your life will never get her kids back unless you have an income, right? You do understand that, right? The love of your life, the apple of your eye, your sexy beast, as you would call her, will never see her kids again unless one of you is making some money. I wish he was here right now because I would love to hear how much you love Shani. A lot of people ain't gonna like hearing this, but Rev, let me explain something to you. When you had your $700,000 and you was wasting it on stupid stuff and garbage that you eventually donated to the YouTube community when you allowed them to go in there and take whatever they wanted, who do you think loved Shani more when you were living in that house? I want you to think about this a minute, Rev. I was the owner of the house. I provided a roof over her head. I provided food for her. I provided clothes for her back. You should have stopped me there, dude. I kind of went kind of far with that one. Should have never let me buy clothes for your woman. That's your job, dude, not mine. I bought her booty shorts, the booty shorts thingies or whatever, dude. And you actually allowed it. It wasn't like anything you could do about it. You know what I mean? I bought your kids clothing. I bought them a brand new TV in a box. Okay. I bought them clothes and I fed everybody. I was showing that I loved them. I was showing that I cared enough so that they could be satisfied. I even fed you, bought you clothes, got you medicine, gave you everything that you wanted. Now, what if I told you I cared about you and I did nothing for you? That is how you look right now to Shani because you refuse to get off your lazy behind and get a job. And you keep making excuses telling me that you're not qualified to just stand there and watch a monitor and make sure nobody is doing anything illegal in the building as a security guard. You're telling me that you're not qualified to be able to bag bags. I've seen people, and I talked about this in previous videos. They take their cars, they park in front of a supermarket. Sometimes Uber ain't around, sometimes Lyft ain't around, sometimes people can't afford a taxi and they need something right then and there. You can say, listen, I'm car service, I can drive you wherever you need. They're going to give you 10, 20 bucks per customer. You don't have to worry about your insurance or any of that stuff. You can take the money, you can go buy gas, and you can hustle up the money you need for the day. Now, Shani, you keep saying that you love this man, and he keeps telling you he has mental problems, but yet you keep manipulating him to stop him from going to the hospital to be able to get the help that he needs. I'm going to tell you these, and I'm not talking to Shani and Rev right now, although Shani, I want you to pay attention. I'm talking to the YouTube community here. I did something today that really, that was out of my character today, because by now I know Shani and everything. I found another video on, I think it was on Fat Courtney Love's channel. And I didn't know it was there until today. I think it was Fat Courtney Love. Of a classic Revelation News video. What he was like before he got involved with Shanny. I don't think a lot of people know how this guy was before he actually got in a relationship with Shanny. Humble. Never thought he was better than anybody. Ever. If you go to the debate coliseum, you will have a hard time finding a video with him going on there bragging about who he is, how much money he has. That was none of nobody's business. We all knew he had a drinking problem. We all know he cussed from time to time. But he was nothing like he is right now. Nothing. Okay, he was a way better person back then. All right. And then I watched all of these videos with him wearing Joker outfits, with him, you know, I mean, having wet brain and acting like a complete buffoon when he was over there in Boulder, Colorado. And I said, this woman destroyed him. And I actually kicked the thing that I don't want to give nobody away where I'm working or whatever, but I kicked the thing that was holding my phone where I was watching all of this. I just kicked it. And that was out of character for me because I was really angry about that. I said, wow, look at what she did to this dude. And I just kicked it. I just kicked the stand that was holding my phone. Very angry about that. I said, wow. So this is what this woman does to men. So imagine how Chris was before he got together with Shanny. And imagine Doug before he got involved with Shanny. She probably destroyed both of those people. And based on her mother's story and how she left the house, how she violated the rules of the house, and how she treated her own parents, based on everybody's pretty much saying the same thing. This woman is a destroyer of homes. She's a destroyer of human character. Shanny's a monster. That's what she is. She destroys people. She doesn't build anybody. And if Shanny was a prototypical woman, hey, Rev, let me ask you something. If you had a relationship, let's say, with somebody other than Shanny, let's say, for example, you had a relationship with Sabella, right? Do you think Sabella's gonna let you sit around the house and not work and do anything? Or you think she's gonna try to push you and make you better? Jason, if you had a relationship with any other woman on social media, booty, beauty included, do you honestly believe they are just going to let you just sit there and play video games all day? These women are supposed to prop you up and make you better. This woman is destroying you, dude. You need to get a job, dude, and you need to get one immediately. You need to get back some of that dignity. And then you need to tell her that you never want to be on social media again, because everyone on here knows you don't want to be on here. How do you go? I mean, think about this a minute, Rev. I want you to think about this a minute before you decide to rage quit, get all mad, and cut your computer off. You know I'm telling you the truth. How did you go from listening to Alex Jones, listening to all these truthers, talking about those topics, to being the exact opposite of that? These people on YouTube might not know this, but I know you don't believe half of the political garbage that's coming out of your mouth. When you're alone, that's when you really talk about what you believe, when she's not around. Man, you went from being a truther to being the things that the truthers despise. You become them, dude. That woman has completely shredded any form of masculinity you ever had, dude. She stripped you. It's kind of like she prison raped you or something, dude. Like, honestly, she completely stripped you of your manhood. Completely stripped you of it. To the point that you, a guy who was almost a millionaire, has to become nothing more than a bony yes man who's too lazy to go look for a job. Dude, not only are you going to be a bum if you don't get a job, but you are going to be a slave bum. That's what you're going to be. You're going to be a slave bum. You're going to be doing tricks for quarters if you don't change something in your life soon, dude. And that thing that you need to change is to stop being lazy. Shani is not your world. Before you knew her, it was about Jesus Christ. It was about the truthing community, and it was about your love for your mother. Now all of a sudden it's all about Shani. It's all about Shani. I'm convinced if Jesus came down from heaven and told you to break up with Shani, you'd be like, nope, throw me in hell right now, because nope, that woman's my life. That's idolatry, dude. That's straight up idolatry. How are you leading that house? She's supposed to be following you. Why are you following her? That slug ain't getting up that couch to do anything. Shani lied to everybody. She lied about why she got arrested. She lied about what she did with the money. Shani has been lying from the very beginning. I don't even think the woman was ever a Christian. I don't even believe her testimony anymore. And that wart that she got on her head is the funniest lie that she tells everybody. Oh, Lord, mark me right here. No, that's there because you probably didn't wash your face enough. Like I said, dude, you want to see if she cares about you, test her. Tell her to allow you to check yourself into an institution and tell her to take care of herself for a little bit. Yeah, that's what any adult would do, wouldn't they, Shani? Before you tell me I'm being unchristlike and I'm not being a Christian, I'll put these scriptures up here again, where it talks about laziness. The Bible don't have nothing nice to say about laziness. And Shani, stop with the arthritis and everything, because if you win the lottery tomorrow, all of a sudden your legs will magically get healed and you'll be out doing all kinds of things again. So cut the baloney. Junk ain't gonna work on me no more. All right, Proverbs 10:4. Notice I said no more because it did at one time. Lazy hands makes for poverty. Lazy hands make for poverty. Lazy hands make for poverty. Shani, God is punishing you. Jason, God is punishing the both of you for being so lazy and having the nerve to call yourself by his name, thinking that you have his approval for the things that you guys are not doing. Proverbs 12:24. Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. You're going to be somebody's slave soon. You're going to be somebody's slave, Shani. Shani, I want you to pay attention to my YouTube career here. How many people are making videos about me now? I want you to think about this a minute. What happened to the reaction community making videos about me? What happened? I owned up to some of the things that I said and the things that I did. They left me alone, and I left them alone. So we got a little truce going right now. Why is that too difficult for you to do? Go on the channel tour and just own what you've done, and they will leave you alone. As long as you don't get on here and say the stupid stuff that you've been saying on here. Rev, if you don't work, dude, you're going to be worse than a bum, dude. You're going to be a slave. And my ancestors can tell you all about that. You don't want to work for McDonald's. You're going to work for anybody that's willing to hire you. You unqualified person. You don't have any job skills, and you're sitting there dictating what you're going to do and what you ain't going to do, like a spoiled little brat. Give me a break. Doesn't work that way, Rev. It doesn't work that way. You made a mistake when you opened that door and you allowed that woman to push her way into your life. And the second mistake that you made was when you allowed her to make you and she didn't put a gun in your head. She was just good at what she did. And I'll give her that. You know what I mean? When she got you to spend all that money the way you did. No, families are expensive. No, families don't cost them $700,000, dude. That's just dumb. That's just real dumb. There are people out there who's got 2 or 3 kids living off of $15,000 a year. You just don't know. And they are finding a way to provide for their family more than you are. That's for sure, sir. And Rev, I got a prediction for you, dude. If you would break up with Shani and get away from her, or at least stop defending her, you'll be surprised at all the support you're going to get. You'll be surprised. Do a GoFundMe. I dare you. Do a GoFundMe and get away from Shani. Remember, dude, nobody on here should like you. I shouldn't be talking to you like this because what you did with Zachary. I shouldn't be talking to you like this. Nobody on here should feel a drop of sympathy for you. But I promise you, if it's between you and her, I promise you, you're the one who's going to get the sympathy. Get away from her, start a GoFundMe, and your life is going to change. But be prepared to hear go get a job. Be prepared to hear you were wrong. Be prepared to hear all of the horrible things that you need to hear about your decisions and your woman's decisions. Because not everybody agrees with you two. As a matter of fact, I can't find 5 people who agree with you guys. Give me a second here, guys, real quick. I have a clip of Shanny's mother here talking about Shanny only wanting him for the money, but I'm not even going to play that. It's like when you're angry and when you get your courage, you can tell her to her face that you know that where all of your money went. You know that you spent a lot of your money on stupid stuff, but she spent the vast majority of it on stupid stuff. But you stay with her. You know that when she gets on here and she makes up her stories about what happened in situations that she's lying through her teeth, but you stay with her. You know that that woman has a problem with Delta 8, and so do you. And when she gets on here and claims she doesn't, she lies and you stay with her. The only way you're going to be free of her, man, is you need to get some money in your pocket and you need to just leave. Don't come back. Walk out the house one day and don't go back. You know my Skype. You know my Facebook. You know how to contact certain people in the community. Leave her there. Your uncle will get rid of her. Trust me. Okay? Start over. Just leave her there, man, and just start over. But I know I'm kind of going on a rabbit trail and everything. But Rev, like honestly, dude, you need to start working. You need to start working. You need to start working, dude. You need to work for anybody who's willing to hire you and give you money. Or accept your new title as being a bum. A bum on YouTube whose legacy is begging for money every time he uploads a video. Hey, Red, when was the last time you gave Jesus any real glory on YouTube? When was the last time you picked up a Bible and was sincere about your beliefs and said what you meant and actually said what the Holy Spirit told you to say? When was the last time you did that, dude? Oh, my bad. That was when Shanny wasn't around. That should tell you something. Maybe there's a different spirit controlling her. An unclean spirit. A filthy spirit. I mean, think about it. She has a lot of filthy communication coming out of her mouth. But then again, so do you. But since I'm talking about Shanny, Shanny likes to talk about her anal. Shanny likes to talk about her woman parts. She likes to talk about her monthly stuff. She likes to talk about all this stuff in front of everybody on here and gross everybody out. She likes to talk about what you do with your tongue and all this other stuff, and so do you. Dude, you need to practice some form of holiness and stop following the example of that mammoth, of that woolly mammoth. You really need to do that, dude. Stop following the examples of that woolly mammoth. Stop flying your AK-47 into the Grand Canyon, dude, and get married first. All right? Or should I say your little helicopter into the Grand Canyon? Focus on getting your life together and destroy that idol. That woman ain't worth it. Get focused on your goals, dude. Get ambitious about your goals. Get a job. Get some money in your pocket. Get independent and get your own place. Or you can keep getting that chapstick and keep kissing your uncle's behind, which I know you don't want to do, but let's just face it. You're going to be his little slave, his little plaything until you learn how to get your own place, dude. It is what it is. Before anybody on here say, G man, why didn't you say this to him in person? Go to his YouTube channel and ask him, did I tell him this stuff? I sure did. I might be a little bit more animated about it now, but I certainly told him these things. I warned him this would happen. David Anthony said extra chunky. Extra chunky. Like I said, man, I can give you 10 of these right now. I get you 10 of these right now. Big bag of tobacco. As a matter of fact, dude, you need to quit smoking. I ain't give you no tobacco. I might give you some of this. I can get you some iced tea. Get you one Red Bull because I think you're a little bit too much on that stuff. Maybe give you a couple of bucks. But the only way that's going to happen, dude, if I find out you're single and you're no longer with Shandy, that's the only way that's going to happen. I know you don't love her. You know you don't love her. And you don't love her enough to find a job. And we're all waiting for you to come on here and say, guys, I tried, but we couldn't find anything. Or you might lie and say you got a job, but you're not going to tell nobody about it and then start e-begging. Of course, Shanny won't be able to let you lie that long because they tend to forget what they say one day. And then the next day you're on YouTube all day instead of out there working like you say you are. Coffee Artist says they won't change until they are homeless. And that is sad. Exactly. Exactly. They're going to have to be sleeping on the concrete before they get it. Rev's starting to wake up a little bit. But the problem is he's lazy. He doesn't want to work. And he's blaming it on a mental illness. Dude, it ain't a mental illness. I've been around you a lot. And I mean a lot. You're lazy, dude. You're just lazy. When you don't even want to sweep the floor, wipe a kitchen sink, wipe a toilet, when you don't even, and think about it, all your energy goes into going to the store, arguing with Shanny, yelling at kids, and running errands. That's where all your energy goes. Imagine if you focused that on a goal and actually went after it. And for those of you who don't know this, he said he has no job skills. This man is a graphics arts designer. That logo he did with Revelation News, he did that. And apparently he says he can do a lot more than just that too. He has a mind for this. The problem is he needs to get his Delta 8 and he can't stop the shakes because the woman that he's with got him addicted to it. Then have the nerve to try to get me on that mess as if I'm some type of idiot. Yeah, I'm dumb enough to buy it, but I ain't dumb enough to use it. I ain't dumb enough to use it. I'm sorry. And by the way, Rev, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Somebody's going to come along with some money. And Shanny's going to drop you like a bag of potatoes. If you hope to stand a chance, you better get a job. If nothing else motivates you, dude, please understand this. The first person that comes to your woman making minimum wage is going to take your woman from you. Think about this a minute, Jason, just to show you how bad your situation is right now. You know how you constantly got on, for what I understand, you called Dragnet the N-word 15 or 16 times straight for what people were telling me. Now, there is a video on Ray Alex's channel with you doing it, but I can't find the original video because they edited it and everything. But apparently you did this like 15 or 16 times, right? What if, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but what if Dragnet decided that he wanted your woman? I want you to think about that a minute. How humiliating would that be? What if I decided, well, I can do a woolly mammoth. Let me go out to Shanny. I work. I can give her everything that I hear her begging for on there and then some. You should be thankful I'm not interested. But you don't know what the rest of these other YouTubers are thinking. If nothing else motivates you to work, that should. Because you're on borrowed time. That's a woman at the end of the day. And she's only going to put up with this suffering mess, but so long. That should motivate you, dude. That should motivate you. let me put this one here. Someone should troll Shanny and get her to leave. Let me tell you something. You don't got to, because Rev's never going to break up with Shanny. Shanny's going to leave him. Shanny's going to leave him because he's a newbie and he doesn't really understand relationships. And since Shanny's the only real relationship he's ever been in and he's ever had sex with or whatever, he don't see what's coming. He don't see her looking for any excuse she can find to up and leave. Problem is she ain't got no bread yet. When she saves enough of that ad revenue, one day he's going to wake up and she ain't going to be there. One day he's going to go to the store and he's going to come back and she ain't going to be there. He'll hear all of these rumors on Shanny said that she's tired of suffering and la 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 la. Somebody came and got her. Right now, Rev, you have nothing to offer her. If somebody comes in here with a carrot, that's still more than what you're offering, dude. I want you to think about that in a minute. Keep saying you love this woman, but you refuse to work. You won't leave her? Fine. Watch her leave you. And when these haters and naysayers start getting a little bit creative, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Because they got more power than... Let me tell you guys something that's watching me, because I'm not talking to those two no more. Y'all got more power than y'all think. That woman is constantly looking out the window. She's going to supermarkets swearing you guys are following them. You guys are living rent-free in their heads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So naturally, I think if some of the men started expressing interest in Shanny, Rev's yesterday's news, and they're going to read all about it. I'm just telling you. All right? Rev is not going to leave until he sees how expendable he is. And he's not going to get a job until he sees how expendable he is. Now, Shanny, how about a little video response? You're claiming that if I wanted you right now, and I told you that you have a permanent place to lay your head, I could put fresh clothes on your body, throw all them rags in the garbage, all them lice and fleas. Ugh. And I get you a nice hot shower with some good soap. And, oh God, I mean like some deodorant soap, some antiviral soap, some anti-scabies soap, some anti-lice soap, some anti-flea soap. You know what I mean? The works and whatnot. Then get a buffer on your skin and everything. You're telling me that if I do all of that and I can get you unlimited and all that other stuff and whatnot, that you're gonna stay with him? Please come on, just cut the baloney. Cut the baloney. We all know you're a gold digger. We all know you're a gold digger. So, hey Rev, wake up, McFly. McFly, wake up. Wake up, McFly. Stop being stupid. Go to McDonald's because they don't turn anybody down. Go to Dollar General. They're looking for a few good slaves. You know what I mean? Or Dollar General. If anybody thinks I'm making that up, go type in go type on YouTube why I quit Dollar General. All of them are claiming it's slavery. But Rev, that'd be perfect for you. You don't need any skills to go there. All you gotta be willing to do is be dumb, believe the stuff that they're gonna tell you, work to register, and you'll make a decent paycheck. You'll make enough to be able to not beg for cookies no more if you're smart enough to keep a few dollars in your pocket. Now, one more thing, Rev, because I can reason with you a little bit. You're in the situation that you're in right now because the woman that you're with made a video and said that her legs had to be elevated all the time or she was going to die from a blood clot. That is why you're going through what you're going through right now. I am requesting a video response, Rev, since you like telling the truth so much, on how is it that she miraculously stayed alive? And how is it that she's made many videos without her legs being elevated, Rev? That sounds like a scam to me. Sounds like you're committing fraud to me. When you got on here and you lied and said that you was going to die because this self-diagnosed woman who never goes to the doctor. A lot of you don't know this, but Shanny is anti-doctor. She's rarely in a hospital. So she self-diagnosed herself as having cancer. She self-diagnosed herself as having a borderline personality disorder. She self-diagnosed herself with having arthritis. She self-diagnosed for almost everything. She will never show documentation that she has any of these things. Problem is, these people suffer from acute laziness. A very serious disease that I don't want to catch. I want you to question her on why she got on social media and said that. That's a problem, Shandy. You don't want to own anything that you said. And if you ever come on my channel and come on here with that, if you ever come on my channel and challenge me on this, I will absolutely wipe the floor with you. And I'm never going to block you, Shandy, because I want you to get the guts one day. All right. And what I'll do, I was thinking about playing Shandy's mother's video here for a outro, but I'm not going to do that. It's not necessary. I think people get the point, and I think he gets the point. And one more thing, Jason, as I'm getting ready to end this video, there's a video that exists on YouTube with her talking about you when you was in jail and everything, right? I want you to go look at what part of the house she was in. I want you to look how energetic she was. And then I want you to think about this. Why are the neighbors coming to me and telling me that they're seeing her outside? She's walking around just fine. And why were your kids hugging me and calling me daddy? Why were Shanny's kids hugging me and calling me their daddy? Let me say this to you again. Why were Shanny's kids hugging me and calling me their daddy? Wake up!